Hi demonstrators! My name is Andrea Withers and I work in the training department here at Stampin' Up. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the Better Together stamp set with some really cute projects to hold events. I have two examples of how to make the projects for you because from May 1st to May 31st, 2017, we are still selling from the 2016-2017 catalog. Here are the samples right here, these three here, that you can use from May 1st to May 31st. And here is the set that you can use after June 1st, once the 2017-2018 catalog goes live. These three samples here. There are just a few differences. We used different sequins and different DSP on both projects and a different treat bag for both of them. But as you can see, the layout and the sizing is the same. Both sets of projects use the same supplies as well, except for this treat bag here uses the Whisper White craft ink and this bag does not. What's cool about switching things up like the designer series paper or the accessories is that you can modify the look and feel of the projects to suit your personal taste. Or you can follow our pattern exactly and take advantage of no guesswork. These projects are well suited for a couple of event ideas. First of all, these samples would work really nicely for a workshop. This Just a Note card could be used as your Demo It project. The Happy Birthday card could be used as your Make and Take. And your Congratulations bag could be used to thank your host as a host gift. To learn more about how to host a workshop, including a video with a mock workshop, be sure to visit our website under New Demonstrator and start selling. Another option is to hold a product-based class. Product-based classes are easy to do. Start by picking 2 dates to hold your class. We suggest 2 dates because if a guest can't attend one date, they can probably most likely attend the other. Select friends and family to invite, show them the projects they will make, and collect money for the class. We recommend having your guests pre-purchase the Better Together stamp set, a clear block in size D, and the triple banner punch. This will make the class go more quickly, and your guests will go home with products they'll be able to continue using after the class. Be sure to price your class to include the cost of the stamp set, the punch, and a little extra to cover tax and shipping. And of course, the cost of the cardstock and accessories. At your class, you will provide the following supplies. You will need the Island Indigo Classic Ink Pad, a Pool Party Classic Ink Pad, some paper snips, fast fuse, adhesive, and Stampin' Dimensionals. You will also create a packet of consumable supplies for each guest. Be sure to reference your event flyer included with your email for dimensions for the paper, ribbons, and accessories. Let me walk you through how to make the projects. So we're going to start with this 4 3/4 by 3 1/4 inch Whisper White piece, and in centimeters that's 12 centimeters by 8.3 centimeters. And we're going to create what we call a word bubble. So to do that, we're going to take our Pool Party ink and our Hello, Let's Talk Soon stamp. We're going to mount it on our block. And then we're just going to stamp it all over our background here. And some of these are stamped off. Just have fun creating a little background there. Next, we're going to take our 2 inches by 3 inches, and that is 7.5 centimeters by 5 centimeter designer series paper, and we're going to punch 2 sides of it using our triple banner punch. And to do that, you just insert it into the punch, and we recommend laying it flat on the surface so you don't pinch fingers. Then you're going to stick it in the other way. Punch. And we're actually just going to discard this piece, and instead we're going to use these 2 little leftover triangles here, and we're going to adhere them to the back of our 3.5 inch by 3/4 inch strip of designer series paper, and that's 8.8 centimeters by 2 centimeters. We'll just use a little fast fuse. And you'll adhere it to your designer series paper just like that. Next, you're going to stamp your greeting. So we're going to take our Island Indigo ink and our Just a Note greeting, stamp it down. And then on this sample, we've got a little cute line image behind that. So we're going to stamp that in Pool Party. Then we're going to use our paper snips to snip the ends to create the banner look. And to do that, you snip in the center first, and then snip the two edges. And that's how you get it pretty well lined up every single time. Then you're going to adhere all of this down on the note card, and you'll use fast fuse to adhere your sequins down. And once you get all of that assembled, then you're going to take 4 Stampin' Dimensionals and adhere it to your card base, and your sample will look like that. And don't forget to add a little stamping to your envelope to make it visually interesting. That's the Just a Note card. Next, we have our Happy Birthday card, this one here. To start, we're going to take our 1 inch by 11 inch strip of Pool Party, and in centimeters, that's 2.5 centimeters by 29.7 centimeters. And we're going to put it in our triple banner punch here, and we're just going to punch it 5 times. And what that's done is it's created these adorable little arrows. So then we'll just take our standard card base. Then we're going to take our little arrows and we're just going to line them up on our card base, get them arranged the way we want them to. Once you get them spaced the way you like, then use a little fast fuse to adhere them down. And you can play with that until you get it just straight and nice looking. And I'm going to set that aside for just a second and show you the rest. I'm going to take my 1 inch by 4 3/4 inch, and that's 11 centimeters by 5 centimeters designer series paper, stick it in the triple banner punch and punch. Then I'm going to take my 2 inch by 4 1/4 inch, and that's 5 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters, and insert that into the punch as well, and punch. Then I'll adhere those down on my card, and then using fast fuse, I'll adhere the sequins down. Next, we're going to stamp our greeting on the Whisper White 2 3/4 inch by 1 3/4 inch, and that's 4.5 centimeters by 7 centimeters in the Island Indigo ink. Then we'll take our star and just a scrap piece of Whisper White paper and stamp your star in Pool Party ink, and you'll trim that out using the paper snips. You'll adhere the star to your greeting and then adhere your greeting to your card using Stampin' Dimensionals. And don't forget to put some cute little stars on your envelope. Next, we have our treat bag. We're going to start by stamping our greeting on the 1/2 inch by 3 1/2 inch Whisper White piece, and that's 1.5 centimeters by 9 centimeters. And I'm going to show you a fun little technique with this. We're going to stamp this in Island Indigo, and then we're just going to take a little baby wipe or a wet paper towel, and we're going to wipe off the bottom of the stamped image so that we only get the congratulations. And then we'll stamp that down. Isn't that cool? We took a whole bigger greeting and turned it into a smaller greeting. Then we're just going to notch one end of it using our paper snips. Like that. Next, we're going to take our pool party piece and we're going to stamp the arrows. This is 4 1/4 inch by 1 inch, and that's 2.5 centimeters by 11 centimeters. And we'll take our little arrow piece. And this is kind of fun. You can have, this can be kind of messy looking. So we're just going to stamp it down. It doesn't have to be centered. Don't worry about it looking perfect. And then we're going to take that and stick it into the triple banner punch and notch the bottom. Next, you're going to notch the end of your designer series paper piece like that. Then we're going to adhere our gold metallic doily to the back of our banner piece. Get it centered the way you like. Then we'll layer these pieces up and clip them to our bag and use a little bit of Whisper White Baker's twine to finish it off. Here are all of the projects just one more time so you can see them all completed. I hope you have so much fun finding the joys in stamping with friends and that you find stamping is better together. You can use this class as many times as you would like. Just be sure to invite new friends to stamp with you each time. For more event ideas like this and many others, be sure to visit our website under Stampin' University. Also, keep an eye out for your Succeed Weekly emails and Stampin' Success magazine. Those include great projects and even more event ideas. Happy stamping!